Namaste. Today I want to talk about the moon cycle. I have recently rediscovered this experience after being pregnant and breastfeeding for like 26 moon cycles. So coming back to the blood and bleeding and just all the feels that go with that cycle. Let's just start with the womb. The womb is an energetic portal. Like, everyone has this in their sacral chakra, men, women, whether you have a physical womb or not. But women have this womb that can bring life into this world. It can bring a child. It can bring a soul from one realm into this earthly realm through this portal. Magic! Just to think every mammal comes through a womb, a mother's womb. This is a superpower. And it is so meant to be revered, like pure magic. And our bodies, the human body, is the exact same percentage of water as the earth. And the woman's womb sheds, that lining around the womb full of nutrients and beautiful nourishment. It sheds every 28 days approximately, which is the same amount of time that it takes the moon to travel around the earth. We are so meant to sync up with the earth and the moon and the cosmos, our bodies. We are part of these cycles. And with all the modern hormones put into the food, the artificial lighting, the artificial substances that we're eating, everything is totally thrown off whack when it comes to these sacred connections to these cycles. And I know from living with other groups of women during seasonal work, there'd be 40 women living together for 3 months, and we would always sync up our moon cycles and bleed together and ovulate together. And I always just thought that was very magical, that our bodies just being in close proximity to each other would sync up to one another as well as the moon and the earth. And for me, it feels like winter when you're bleeding. I want to be alone. I want to be quiet, eat really nourishing foods, and reflect and be introspective. And, when women would live as hunter-gatherers and more of a tribal situation, not just like nuclear families, but together, they would be bleeding together, and it would be a really sacred time to call in the ancestors or the higher wisdom. The women would be that conduit of higher information while they bled. And you can really feel that when you bleed if you have the, modern luxury, I suppose, of having time to yourself while bleeding. You can tune into some really potent energies. That is very wise. The winter's like the old crone, the wise woman. And the women would bleed together and then bring back this information to their people. And and then once that period is finished, there's the spring, and the spring is like new life, It is shed out, and there is great renewal. And then the energies start picking up in your body, and you have new ideas, and you want to do new things, and it's the perfect time to take on new projects. And then when you're ovulating, you feel sexy. You feel expansive. You feel like socializing, doing fun, juicy, sensual things with others, with yourself. You have a lot of life force, like the summer. And these seasons are personal, but this is my experience. And then when you come back into that week or a few weeks before you bleed, it's the death. You're no longer ovulating. There's no longer the fertility, the sensuality, but there's the falling back into winter phase. And I love autumn. I love the feeling of like cozying in and, you know, tying up loose ends, doing things that bring some sense of completion within yourself. So I also want to speak on symptoms, because I know a lot of women have really negative connotations to being on their moon cycle. It's like, it hurts, and I have to do all these things, but it's painful. And I really believe that our bodies are highly, highly intelligent vessels. You know, they're our house while we were here on this earthly plane, and we gotta take care of them. The same way we want to clean our homes, we want to clean these vessels and treat them with great respect. And in this, you know, patriarchal period, this age of industry, like being industrious and doing, we have fallen out of sync with the necessity to be quiet as women and to be that conduit of higher information to bring down to this earth. So if your body's like screaming in pain, listen. You know, if it's cramping, it's a sign to rest, stop. You can have fun with it, like wear a certain piece of jewelry or scarf or something to notify your family, your partner when you're bleeding. That you just want to be more internal and take that blood and have a little ritual with it, like pour it on your plants, pour it on one specific tree outside and watch it flourish, come to life. Okay? This blood is so full of life force. It is full of nutrients and stem cells. It is the origin of life itself. I know this blood was used in ceremony to honor fertility. It's the symbol of the bringing forth life. The great goddess, the great mother, bringing forth life into this world. Let's peel back the programs. Unlearn. Look at the blood as a symbol of fertility and life force, and there's an opportunity to greater align ourselves to the stars and the earth and the moon. The waters, you know.